Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to the Small Business Spotlight. I'm Jameson with James Donoho Photography, and today I've got a really fun guest with me today. She has a ball that she puts on, would you say every year?
Yeah, this is the second year that we're doing it, so.
Yeah, this is, so I guess you
It'll be
could technically
your
say it's
thing.
fairly new, but we've got Brittany Proctor with us today, and she hosts the ball every year in South Bend, Indiana so far.
Yeah, we're talking about possibly moving it around. We're looking into options
Okay.
for next year, so.
But it's called Enchanted Kingdom Ball, correct?
Yes, the
Yeah.
Enchanted Kingdom Ball.
Yeah, and I think that's super cool what you're doing. And so I was just, ever since we started connecting and since I started like formulating this whole thing that I want to do with different business owners, I thought eventually it'd be really cool to just have you on here and have you talk about it. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to dive into it a little bit and, talk about where it's at now and then where you kind of started with it and, maybe where you plan to go with it.
Yeah.
So let's just kind of start first how you and I even met in the first place.
We met through Daryl,
Yes.
who was the DJ at our ball last year. Everyone loved him.
Yeah.
There were a few girls trying to get his number, I think, by the end of the night. But yeah, a lot of people were asking to have him back to DJ. He's booked with a wedding for next year, but he's setting us up with one of his other DJs for this year for us. So
Right.
I think it'll be great still and bring a lot of energy to the dance floor.
Totally, yeah. There's a few weddings I've photographed or even just done video, where he also happens to be there or where I've even shot video with him before for the weddings. But he brings a ton of energy to like every wedding. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love seeing him work. So if you guys need a DJ for your wedding, hit up Daryl Gray. But we met at an event that he hosted, which was like a small business, maybe something like that. But it's like people that were either different owners of
Networking.
business or just networking
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
business. So that's where we met for the first time. And everyone went up and talked and kind of gave their, elevator pitch of what it is they do essentially or what background they have. And so when you started talking about what you do, I got curious and I think I probably even just looked up your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But we briefly met, and so I thought it just sounded interesting, and so after we connected, we ended up doing that promo, and now we're getting ready to film your event later on this year, which
Yeah.
is August 5th. So you guys should definitely go to it if you haven't figured it out. What website would they go to? If they wanted to go to it?
It's enchantedkingdomball.com.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Sounds about right.
If you Google it, it'll show up on Google too. But
Cool. Well, yeah, I know you got a few tickets left for that, so people should definitely get in on that. But
Yeah.
I mean, how did you even get into doing that though? It's really cool.
so I guess there's a lot of different facets to it. I did at one point do wedding and event planning before I had my kids, and so I've always had a love of planning events. My birthday parties growing up, I always planned costume parties of different themes like every year, and then I'd start planning the next one, the day after my party. I'd plan next year's event and stuff.
Yeah.
So I did always have a love of like theater and dressing up and being in character and doing stuff like that. And I started making dresses in high school. I started sewing and making prom dresses for me and my friends, and that turned into wedding dresses. And I enjoy doing more out of the box dresses. So like the fantasy, it kind of went along with like the fantasy theme. And I decided to just join the two together, making an event where I could make dresses for people to come and attend and kind of get away from everyday life and enjoy something and, just spend it with other adults that enjoy the same things as you. It's for a lot of readers, people that like doing D&D and other kind of live action role playing. A lot of theater people have fun with it, and really just also anyone that has always wanted to be a princess or prince or dreamt of going to a ball. So
Sure.
Yeah, super fun.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw footage from the first one that happened, and it was like intense. Like there was like what 300 people there or something.
Yeah, over 300, almost
Yeah.
350. Yeah.
It's To me, it's funny because I never pictured there's like something around here like that.
Yeah.
And like, here's this huge event where all these people come and they look like they're out of. Is it supposed to be like 1600s or what would you say that is?
It's not necessarily a time frame. More of just fantasy in general. But
Okay.
Some were more like Renaissance looking. Some did straight up like cosplay of their favorite books or movie characters. And others were more like Victorian era. So it's a
widespread.
Yeah. It was, which made it really fun. Just seeing what everyone came up with for their costumes and characters and coming together.
And there's people that even buy dresses that you make for that event, right?
Yeah. I had I made I think like 10 for last year's event.
All right.
For different people. So yeah, and I am fully booked for this year. I am taking commissions for 2024 still and 2025. But yeah, I got it. I mean, it worked for my dress business as well to take off. I got booked up pretty quick for this year, so.
Is it 10 or do you have more of that?
I have like probably about 12. It really depends on like the type of dress and how elaborate it is on what else I can take on. But right now it's at I think 12 for this year. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it like, yeah, I mean, depending on how elaborate they are, I'm sure it takes a while to make one. Like how long do you think it takes you to like create one that's fairly elaborate, middle of the road?
Middle of the road, probably somewhere in like the 30 to 40 hour range.
Nice.
Again, it really depends on like both the style of dress when I'm drafting a pattern for it and just the amount of like detail work, like beading and things like that. So
yeah,
it can be much shorter. It can be much longer.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, no, I believe it. I've seen a few clips like on your TikTok or something like that. It might have even been Instagram at one point, but there's, I just remember seeing a little bit of a video of you working on one. I'm like, man, that looks like it takes a while.
It does.
Yeah.
It can, yeah.
Totally. Well, when it comes down to these, kind of run us through a little bit for people who are not aware, or maybe people who have gone to your events before, like how much planning goes into it to really make these things happen?
A lot. So I have had years of experience doing wedding planning, and I thought it would be pretty similar. You have some of the same types of things that you need, like a venue, photographer, caterers, things like that. But there was so much more that went into it that you wouldn't need for a wedding, like advertising, getting the word out. You can't just send out invitations because you don't have your guest list. You're trying to get the word out so that people will come, and you need to make it seem, appealing to people. So I did make quite a few TikToks before it kind of took off on there to kind of explain my vision for it and get them interested in wanting to come. To have them spend money on a ticket, you really have to make them comfortable with where their money's going and what they're going to be getting out of it.
Yeah.
And I also did one of the facets for it is our book nook there for indie authors and new authors. They sent in their books to get in front of new readers and new, just a different market that they wouldn't necessarily get them in front of. And so, marketing towards the authors to get them interested in sending their books so that people could then see them and want to purchase them was another thing. Tickets was a whole thing, making the website, figuring out how to set up ticket sales and how that would work. Getting people checked in was something you don't really have to do with a wedding the same. Mm-hmm. I guess maybe bigger weddings you have to worry about party crashers, but usually not the same way.
Right.
So,
yeah. Don't be crashing the royal ball, people.
Right.
Okay, don't do that. It's not cool. But basically, there's a ton that goes into it. Yeah. And you would say it's not that similar, or maybe there's some points that are kind of similar to wedding planning?
Yeah, similar. I think you would definitely, in order to do it, you would want to have that background or something in that field. I would not just jump into it as like, hey, that sounds fun. Let me try it. There's a lot of things that go into it.
Yeah, but this is like something that like you enjoy, right? This is your thing.
I really do.
Cool.
Yeah, it's something I've enjoyed for a long time, and as an adult, it's so much bigger than having a birthday party for 10 little girls or something. But it's the same like joy in coming up with a concept and seeing it through to the end is really fun. So
yeah, last year you had it at what is that venue
Palais
called?
Royale.
Palais Royale, and this year you are having it at
Tippecanoe.
Yeah, it was like right on the tip of my tongue.
Yes.
Tippecanoe is on the tip of my tongue. And we actually filmed we filmed a promo video for your event there. Mm-hmm. And we there's like multiple levels to Tippecanoe, and you said you're going to be occupying most of them.
Yes, we have the whole mansion, which is 4 levels. And then we'll have, and then we'll have the grounds as well. I don't know what kind of activities we'll be doing out there. It probably depends on the weather.
Yeah.
I hope it's not raining, or too hot. But yeah, there are 4 levels, and we'll be doing stuff on all of them. We have quite a few different things that'll be going on.
Yeah.
Throughout the night, we have 2 different dance areas. One for more classical and Pride and Prejudice style dancing, and then we'll have an area for like the party dancing, the people that just want to like jam out and have fun,
just headbang.
Yeah. We had both last year, and we tried to like have it in one area and go from one to the other. And we just had people that really wanted to do one or the other, and not always at the same time. And when you have 300-400 people, I thought it would be a good idea to separate the 2 so that you can have what you want when you want it, and then go back and forth between the 2 without having everybody stuck doing the same thing. But
yeah, I mean, that sounds like a great idea. Now, as far as you're going to do it this year at Tippecanoe. For future events, do you want to keep it in South Bend, or are you thinking of going to different like cities or things like that?
So I've talked about possibly doing it in different cities. I have a couple people that have been helping me this year organize some things, and they've expressed interest in possibly moving it to their city for a year, and just kind of moving it around. Not everybody that wanted to come was able to travel to Indiana to do it. It's nice for local people. We did have people all over the country come.
Yep.
But it's not always feasible for some. So the idea of moving it around the country is a nice one. We have to figure out logistics and stuff, but it is a possibility for next year.
Sure. And if you did do that, would it be something where you would have it more frequently throughout the year, or you just want to keep it like one time per year right now?
It depends. I guess it depends on how it takes off. I think having it at different times of the year works better for some areas of the country than others. Having a winter ball up here, you have to worry about traveling people with the snow. If there's a blizzard, that just cancels everything,
right.
And people lose money. If I already put down deposits, I can't refund that.
Right.
So it's an extra liability, but somewhere southern, you'd be able to do like a Yule ball or like a New Year's ball or something else in the winter months, and you don't have that same worry. So it really depends. And you don't want to do something in the summer down there. It's like over 100 degrees, and you don't want to be in a ball gown in 100-degree weather. You're gonna be melting with your makeup and your,
Right.
So that's no fun either. So it really depends on where things move and the cities that open up to us. Finding venues and stuff that would work with different themes. We'll see kind of where it goes and stuff, but definitely a possibility for different times throughout the year as well.
If you could do it anywhere, where would you do it?
Here, so I don't have to go anywhere.
If you could do it anywhere after here,
like Ireland,
that would be
Scotland, something, like UK.
You fit right in.
The castles there would be. Be phenomenal. Like
that would be lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and that would be really cool for a few reasons. The people who do the VIP tickets, they do like photo shoots and everything.
Yes.
Like, they got access to all of that. So
Oh yeah.
can you imagine that?
Scenery would be
Have all that out there just doing dope shoots. Oh man,
Yeah, be
that
great.
would be awesome. Yeah,
very expensive.
Right.
It would be
but worth
really
it.
expensive, but
Be
worth it. I mean,
the experience.
maybe like a smaller one sometime in the next
Yeah.
few years. You know,
Right.
like 50 people.
Right
Yeah.
in a castle.
Yeah.
At night.
Or I guess
Everything-
the locals
bunch
there
of-
would want to come. Like that's the other thing. So like, you know, people can't travel, but then it'd be all the people.
That would be
from there
extreme.
would
That'd
do
be
it.
like totally like old. That would be like ye olden times for
Yeah.
sure.
That you'd need a bard for with the lute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today, she's been educating me on what old instruments,
Music, yeah.
old
He
musical
didn't know
instruments.
what a lute was, and he was like money, like
Yeah,
pirate
learning
money.
lute, bard.
A bard.
Okay, what else?
See, like,
You got an encyclopedia of these old instruments that no one knows about
Do you
anymore.
know what a jester is? Do you know
Yes.
okay.
I know that.
A
That's a
court jester.
mainstream, old school.
I feel like a bard is too, is it not? No, maybe not. I don't know.
At
You
least
don't watch
I-
enough movies. You don't watch enough like historical
No,
movies.
clearly you do.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, you have part of DG Visionary is going to be a part of this.
Yes,
when
they
it's
are
coming this year.
DJing it for us.
Yep.
We have a string quartet.
Oh, it's
I've
gonna be
got-
incredible.
Yeah. I've got what is his name? Kevin Coffey. His name is Kevin Coffey. He's doing
What a name.
our caricatures. He did caricatures for our guests last year, and he's doing it again, which was really fun. Just especially with the costumes, he got really fun with it.
Yeah.
We have the book nook still with the authors for people. They can go in there. It's like a completely separate room, so they can like read, and it's nice and quiet, and they can kind of chill and look at books. We'll have a game room with some board games, possibly some D&D going on.
Yeah.
We have a photo booth. There's going to be some merch to buy. We've got food. So much food. There's
How
gonna be
much food?
There's going to be a lot of food. Like
lot of food.
hors d'oeuvres, like heavy hors d'oeuvres. And cause
Thick hors d'oeuvres.
Yes, thick on the hors d'oeuvres. And desserts. For sure.
For sure.
Desserts.
Cool. That's great. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of all of it?
Dressing up.
Yeah?
The dresses. And
makes
seeing
sense.
everybody else's. Like the guests were so sweet last year. Like literally everyone was just walking around like just complimenting each other. They were like, "Oh my gosh, you look so gorgeous. Your dress is so pretty." And they'd be like, "You look beautiful. Like look at you. Like your dress is so pretty." And it just like everybody was so sweet and so nice and just like loving everybody else's costumes and
Yeah.
taking pictures with each other. It was a really fun like I've never been to an event like that where there's so many people that don't know each other and just like being able to relate to each other and become instant best friends and
Yeah.
like and stay connected throughout the year.
People
and
make
stuff.
relationships,
Yeah.
friendships.
Yeah.
They bond.
Yes.
They all, yeah, cool. That's cool. That's a great event to go to then, it sounds like.
Yeah.
What's one, from what you can recall, what's one of the most extravagant, outfits you've seen someone wear?
Extravagant.
Outlandish.
Probably outlandish. I mean, there was a dude in Wings last year.
In
There
Wings?
was a guy in Wings. Yeah, he was cosplaying from a popular book, Akatar. He was one of the Bat Boys. He had wings.
Wow.
It was pretty epic.
Do you think you could rock some wings?
Yeah, probably. I don't have wings on my dress this year. I am
Why not?
making some wings for other people. Well, I mean, I could. It just takes up a lot of space. Like, there's the
the point of this?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be
I mean,
5
I'm gonna be
times-
taking. I am. Oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a big dress, but like wings as well. Maybe I do. Maybe
Is it gonna be-
Maybe I should make some wings. I don't
Is
know.
it going to be as big as the green dress I photographed you in like 2 months ago?
The bottom will be. It's more of like a mermaid style than a ball gown.
What?
But the skirt will be huge
Whoa, how huge?
and light up. But
It lights up?
yeah, it'll light up. It'll be cool. So
You should have showed
yes,
up in it.
It's not done yet. It's still on my mannequin at home. It is. Yeah, I got to get that done.
little bit funny.
Yeah, I did a dress last year too. Actually, the couple that had gotten engaged at the ball, Adam had talked to me when he first bought the tickets for the ball about proposing to his girlfriend. He wanted me to commission me to make her dress, which was her name is Star, and it was like a star themed dress. We did. Like moonstone beads all on the corset part, and the skirt was fiber optic, and so her skirt lit up too. It was
cool.
Really pretty. It was kind of bright in the ballroom, so you couldn't see it in its glory, but like when the lights went out, it was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Hers was cool. I did like doing that one as well.
Did anyone get photos of it?
Yeah, we got photos of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
At some point, show me what that looked like.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, with this one coming up, is there any? So, I know we talked about like the string quartet and everything. You said you're gonna have a book nook and everything where people have like different local authors or people that just come to it.
Yeah, I've got a couple local authors and then some other authors, both from like America, some non-American authors. I think I have one from Australia, some from the UK.
That are coming to this?
They don't necessarily come. So
Okay.
they've sent me their books.
All right.
A few of the authors did come.
Great.
But they sent me like one copy of their book, and then on the inside cover it has their purchase information. So somebody could go look at the book, read the first couple chapters, say they really like it, purchase the book, and it'll get shipped to them. So one, they don't have to have it on hand, and two, like we don't have to worry about having stock, of each of the books.
Sure.
And it just makes them easy. They can purchase it directly through the author. And then there's no cost to me really to have it. I don't have to charge the authors anything to be a part of it then.
Yeah.
And it's just
And that's just something where
good for
authors
them
can
and
have their books there, like sort of like promote it in a way where it's just there and people can check it out.
Yeah, and we have different sections. So most of the readers that come to the ball enjoy things like fantasy, sci-fi, romance, historical fiction, stuff like that. But we've had a couple other types too. But that's the main like genres that people like.
Sure.
People enjoy reading.
Right.
I'm not going to put a dictionary in there. No one's really going to
You would read
purchase
that.
it. I mean, maybe.
But it would have to be of like 1600 vocabulary.
There you go. It'd be educational.
Things like
in
Bard
a
and
fun
Loot
way.
would be in there or whatever. Stuff that I know nothing about.
Yeah.
Was it Lute or Lute?
Lute.
Yeah.
L-U-T-E.
It's just
not
shy of flute,
L-O-O-T.
you know? Okay.
It's like a harp guitar. Yeah.
Right. I wonder if it would... Imagine playing guitar songs on that, though. Like, how would that song sound?
Maybe like... Ding, ding, ding. I don't know. It's not like a ukulele, like little... I don't know. When it's more of a guitar look, it has like the big bowl looking thing.
Yes.
But then...
It is a bowl with strings on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Whereas like the harp looking one
Yes.
is like a little mini harpy looking
A little bit.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot, there was something else I wanted to ask you about. I can't remember it. It'll probably come back in a minute, but it was revolving around that. I know, well, that'd be great if you had someone there doing that, like you said. With the
Oh,
bard.
yes, yeah. If I can get somebody to play the lute and be a bard and just go around and start singing about the people that he's seeing, I think that would be really, really fun. I know I keep looking over there just because I'm trying to find a point to look at that isn't like the camera.
You can look, you got
I'm just
options. You got that one, that
I'm just
one.
awkward looking around. That's
If you
all.
looked at that one, it wouldn't get you, but you could,
Turn all the way over there.
Okay, I mean, it's really cool what you're doing. I just thought it'd be awesome to have you on here at some point just to talk about it and let people know. Mm-hmm. I know everyone seems to just go for it every time you post about it, so it seems like people just really love it. But I mean, if someone watches this that happens to not know anything about it, definitely check it out. Go to our website, enchantedkingdomball.com, correct? Is there any other info that you want people to know just about the event in general?
I mean, we have other events as well. I mean, we have a Harry Potter murder mystery the night before, which is sold out
Oh.
already. That sold out really fast. I actually ended up adding more
Okay.
tickets to it
Wow.
and expanding it, and then those sold out as well, and that's really exciting.
Okay.
I'm really excited about that one. It'll be really fun.
Yeah.
And then the morning before the ball, that Saturday morning, we're doing a Mad Hatter or like Alice in Wonderland themed brunch, and that'll be at Apothecatees up in Niles. And yeah, so you could also do those events if you're not able to do the ball, or if you want to get to know people beforehand. A lot of people last year did that. They went to the brunch, made some friends, and then were able to meet up with them at the ball. Since it was a smaller setting, it was a little less overwhelming for more introverted people, which a lot of us tend to be. So yeah, that was a great way to kind of ease people into the ball. But there was somebody that was there. I remember she had to work in the evening for the ball, but she went to the brunch still to kind of get to know some people and have a fun time. So, yep.
Cool. Well, that's really great. Are those other events on the site as well that people could find those?
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Are you on Facebook or Instagram?
Yeah,
TikTok?
we've got Facebook. We have a Facebook page that we made a few months ago, so that one's not quite as big. I try to remember to post on there. Our Facebook group that we have is pretty large,
Okay.
and that's more for people like to talk about what they're wearing, where people are finding, their masks or their crowns, or talking about different things like that. And then we have an Instagram, TikTok. Again, not always great at updating all of my social medias. It's
Right.
hard to
Yeah.
be on every platform, especially when like the algorithms on each one like different things. So like tailoring stuff to the different social media sites is just hard with the algorithm.
Yeah, so I get that's all, that can be a lot to manage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, yeah, you can find all of Brittany's stuff, all of Enchanted Kingdom Ball on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Maybe we'll put we'll put all the links in the description of the video. So if you're watching us on YouTube, just hit the description. You'll see all the links for all of her stuff. Maybe we'll put the group in there as well or something. But yeah, I really appreciate you coming on, just taking the time to be here. This is great having you on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Totally.